Good afternoon. I also want to start by congratulating Mario for his election. We worked together very closely the last 2 years. We had many meetings in Lisbon, in Luxembourg, in Brussels, and we always had constructive and productive discussions. And I really learned that you are a passionate economist, and I'm sure that will show up during the next few years. Today, Portugal is one of the success stories among the former program countries, and Mario Centeno played a strong role in that. Mario will soon get a second hat. He will also be elected as the chairman of the Board of Governors of the ESM. We are starting a written procedure on that because the process has to be formalized, legalized. So there will be a vote among the governors of the ESM. Those are the ministers in the Eurogroup. I have no doubt that the result is very easy to foresee. So I'm looking forward to work with Mario in the Eurogroup, but also in the Board of Governors of the ESM. During these critical times, Commissioner Moscovici mentioned the key issues that are on the table for the next 6 to 8 months to finalize the Greek program and to steer the debate about the future of economic and monetary union. And I'm happy, and the entire ESM is happy to support him in that new function. I also want to take the opportunity to thank Jeroen Dijsselbloem for his leadership in the Eurogroup and for the productive work also with the ESM, of course, with many other institutions, but for the ESM it was also particularly important. During the last 5 years you were, of course, the chairman of the Board of Governors, and we made a lot of progress during these years. And one only needs to compare Europe and the euro area today with 2012 to realize the progress that has been achieved, and I think you deserve a lot of credit for that. Thank you very much. On Greece, of course, I'm also happy, like everybody else, that the staff level agreement has been reached. I think it's really a good signal, one for the increased ownership of the ESM program by the Greek government. It's also a good signal for markets, and now I hope that the implementation that needs to follow can happen quickly so that indeed we will be able to disperse, hopefully by the end of January, our next tranche. I also want to give you one other good piece of news, which is very important for Greece. You may remember that the Eurogroup asked the ESM early this year to implement short-term debt measures for Greece during the course of this year. This is what we have done. There are a number of measures that have been taken. They are all market-based instruments, and the details are a bit complex technically, but you find all these details right now on our website. All these measures do not lead to any cost for the ESM or for the other members of the Eurogroup, and they will improve the debt sustainability of Greece. The improvement is actually a bit stronger than we at the ESM estimated earlier this year when the measures were adopted. At the time, we thought that full implementation could reduce the debt to GDP ratio by 2060 by 20 percentage points of GDP. Now it looks more like the improvement is 25 percentage points of GDP, and the gross financing needs to GDP ratio will be reduced by about 6 percentage points. So this is really helpful, I think, going forward for Greece and its debt sustainability. On Cyprus and Spain, the ESM participated in the 2 post-program missions. In the context of our early warning system, we looked at the ability of these countries to service their debt with the ESM in the short term, and in both countries there's no reason for concern. They are able to make these payments. Of course, there's a long list of challenges that these countries need to continue to work on, despite the significant progress they have been making. And I agree with what you have heard on that already. So there's no need to repeat that here. Thank you very much.